Hey guys, Jim Halterman from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider. I'm here with the cast of Lopez versus Lopez.
When someone like Jana takes credit for dog beds made by a Mexican-American woman with serapes from Mexico.
Who cares if it makes you money? You think Papa John is Italian?
The last time we talked, Mayan and George, the show hadn't aired yet. Of course, now it's airing. It's doing very well. I'm loving it, I know. What's the reception been from audiences across the board? Because I'm sure you're hearing from them on social and just as you're out and about.
Oh, yeah. I've been getting so many messages from social. So many people thanking us for saying, thank you for telling this story. I relate so much this week. My family and I are loving this. I get to watch it with my abuela. We get to bring her downstairs, and that's how we get to have time with her. Moments like that just mean so much, because that's what, at least for me, I always wanted to do going forward. I was like, I want people to be able to connect with this, watch this with their families, and the fact that it's happening is just wonderful.
Yeah. George, how about you?
I've been around a little bit longer, so I identify a bit different. When you can make a whole culture go silent, I know that they really love the show. Because if they didn't, you'd be hearing from everybody.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm just completely overwhelmed by the idea that I would be able to work with Southern Needs and to be able to look at mine every day and be able to create a television show that will stand the test of time, I believe. Much like my first one, but this one is, a different time and a better set of topics as well. I'm not the central figure as much as generational trauma and love and forgiveness is.
Yeah. And we're used to seeing you in much darker things in the past, but this is
a little bit dark.
No more prison jumpsuit for this lady over here.
But Rosie is the best. But can you talk about just being a part of this and being in the sitcom?
Listen, this is, if I would have known about these hours, I would have demanded different things early in my career. It's all jokes aside, I think this is my dream job. I get to work with an amazing group of people. Obviously George and Mayan, but Al Madrigal, Matt Shively, and Bryce Gonzalez, and Debbie Wolf. We have such an amazing little family on that set that it makes going to work really enjoyable. And I love playing Rosie. She's sassy, she's fun. She's like every mother, every ex-wife rolled in one. It's a good time.
Okay. I want to ask you about a particular episode that's coming up, Lopez versus Appropriations. I know there's a business proposition or something the two of you are looking at.
Oh, yes.
Can you talk about the conflict?
The actress Caroline Ray plays Jana, who is sort of our Karen character, for lack of a better word. But she is someone that is very business savvy. I start making these dog beds that are made out of Mexican serapes and bring them into my work with me, and she wants to sell them. And then she calls them Clint Eastwood, blankets, because of ponchos. And so I'm like, no, this is something from my culture. And then she gets into business. My business guild goes down, and then she finds the other Lopez to do business with.
I was at the late Barney's department store in New York.
The late Barney's.
And I saw a Yves Saint Laurent fanny pack that was made of the serape material and the serape look. And the guy I was with said, that is a blatant top of the shelf appropriation of someone who should not be making. So I bought it just to keep it off the streets.
Yeah. And it's more the message of it's okay to celebrate that culture, but pay tribute to where it came from.
And I know Rosie's got something going on in the kitchen in this episode. What's she doing?
Rosie has to make a decision about some spices that she uses. She's been using for a long time. And it just so happens that the president of that company has said really awful things about a lot of people. And so do you give up the product because somebody's awful and evil, or do you keep using the product? And that is real even for today, you guys.
I love the show hits on all these things that are very contemporary. But I also love a little romance on the show. And am I foolish for kind of wanting Rosie and George to maybe give it another shot?
Maybe in season 6.
Hey,
I think
are we romance? No.
I think it
No.
would be a situation where I would love to see that, but I also feel like Mayan would try to get freaked out and maybe try to do
Sabotage.
a reverse parent trap
Okay.
and break them up. So maybe
You
maybe
never
the-
know. I
maybe
think
the
these people
candle
love
isn't-
each other. They love each other and hate each other at the same time, which is lovely.
I ad-libbed that my first show was on. They made a guest appearance for Christmas. Then I was going around the table and I ad-libbed that I loved her, and they asked me to take it out because it's too soon.
It's too soon.
So
Season 6.
Further down the line.
Further down the line, I think. No, but I
You
think
marriage vows? Maybe
Somebody should get married.
somebody should get
I
married.
keep saying that,
Rosie
Rosie's
drops hints to Quentin about
All the time.
Put a
Quentin
ring
and
on
Mayan.
it.
Okay.
Put a ring on
all
it.
the time.
We all like a wedding,
We
especially in
do.
sweeps month.
We all like a
Yes.
wedding.
Remember when Sweeps was? I think every episode is Sweeps now, in a way.
I think you're right. You guys, Lopez versus Lopez airs every Friday on NBC. Thank you so much.
I must say that as a fan, I think I still have my fall special TV guides that I used to collect. That was my, listen, even if I had to go to 4 or 5 stores to get them, that was my big thing, the fall edition.
big staple.
And I was
It
in the
is.
crossword puzzle a couple of times. So that's,
I think you're still in the
Thank you.
crossword puzzle. We still do the
There we
crossword
go.
puzzle. Yes. All right. Thanks so much,
Thank
you guys.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.